Yo, what's going on, YouTube? What's happening? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Mic check, mic check. Hope you guys can hear me well. Kind of hazy, man. Apologies for the tardiness. I was sitting here getting a first-hand look at some of the more popular timepieces, man. And I know right now we're getting ready for Watches and Wonders. Some of you guys are getting ready for Watches and Wonders, which is going to be a phenomenal show. I was trying to look ahead to see what watches were like standing out. Now, the most important thing is what watches are obtainable. All right. So today we're going to be talking about watch trends. I am at the infamous Jake's place, Trifecta Watches.
Hello. Good to be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On the show.
So, man, he pulled out a few watches that I want you guys to see that's obtainable, that you can actually get. And looking ahead, like I said, Watches and Wonders, I don't know what you guys are looking forward to, what designs you guys are looking forward to, but keep in mind, these are obtainable today. So I left a link in the description, right? So if you want to see anything or look at anything or have any questions for my man Jake, feel free. So let's jump into it, man. Come on, man. What's going on? Timepiece Tony is in here, man. You're the first person in here. Thank you for being here, sir.
So you want me to go through some of these?
Yes, sir. What we got here?
So Hamilton, I call it the Cosmos, but it's an open heart. And it has a dial that kind of matches the night sky. So I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, no, that thing came through. That thing is crazy.
But a really nice timepiece. Comes on strap as well. And yeah, just something a little bit different to add to the collection.
Okay.
Add a movement from Swatch Group. You can see some of the components. Right here is the 35 millimeter red PRX. Just arrived today, actually. Just arrived today. So there's going to be a 40 millimeter version as well. That should be here at any time, as well as a rose gold, a rose PVD and blue dial.
What?
40 millimeter. Yep.
So you still seeing, as far as trends concerned, PRX is still like slamming as far as
this will be about as much as they end up doing. I think this year they're not doing a ton.
Okay.
But a few things, which is great because they have to keep that collection going.
Right.
And people have been asking for a red dial, and so they did that. Hopefully they'll come out with a Powermatic 80 version of it. Even if it's more of a burgundy, I could see them going a little darker with the Powermatic 80.
What's the price on that?
This is maintaining the $395 price point of the 35s.
That's nice.
Or the quartz, I mean. And then this one, man, this has been a roller coaster all year and even part of last year. The Forged Carbon PRX Powermatic 80 with the Neva Chrome balance and balance spring, and that is the slightly upgraded Powermatic 80 movement. And forged carbon case. And what's neat about it, you might not be able to see it on camera, but you know, that dial does stand out. There's a lot of character to it with a little bit of flash. Just an outstanding piece. Those are now in stock, and we should have stock for a long time. It took like 3 months.
I know. you know what's crazy?
It's just in stock anyway.
I was just having this discussion right before I came, and there's something I want to talk about. There's a difference in between enthusiasts collecting watches and consumers.
Yeah.
That watch proved that people wanted that because they were used to the regular PRX, but when this came out and you got an upgraded Powermatic 80, right? They went away from that plastic in that one.
Right.
And this thing is highly sought after. But if you listen to like your average YouTuber and then the comment section, people are saying, hey, we're done with PRX. We want to see something else. You know, PRX, it should be fading at this point. And I want people to pay attention. Listen to the words. It should be fading, or like you want it to go away, but it's not. This thing,
everything slows down. Everything loses popularity. But the PRX isn't going to go anywhere, and they're going to continue to release new pieces. PRX is now synonymous with Tissot, and so it's never going to go anywhere. At least not anytime soon.
So I guess it's like what's that, Casio and G-Shock?
Yeah, it's
Right.
just something that we have. If you're tired of them, don't buy it. If you're not, keep on it. You know.
Okay, so you have another Tissot.
Yep. So this one is the new PR516 automatic chronograph. Outstanding looking piece in that. That contrast is great. Gives you kind of that panda look, all this blue and white.
Yeah.
And it is under 2,000. So, anytime you get into an auto chrono, Swiss auto chrono, you're going to be looking at, usually you're over $2,000. This is at 1,850 or 1,895. And yeah, just outstanding price point on what you get there. Not outrageously thick. I know that's a comment that a lot of people have on auto chronos, is that they're thick. They're always going to be a little thicker, of course, but this one has good weight. It's fairly balanced with that bracelet.
Yeah.
It fits very nicely and feels very nicely on the wrist.
Man, welcome in, Meet and I. Welcome in, everybody just came in right now. Jay Jones, thank you guys. Oscar, he said you're driving. All right, man. Eyes front, bro. Just listen. You can always watch it later. Okay, so these are the watches right now. He just showcased. And now this one, I know personally. Anybody that was trying to get this watch, I think Teddy was probably the only one that had somewhat of a kind of stocked up, but then even he sold out.
The stock would consistently come in. Yeah, it would just be few and far between. Like we had our first pieces in October.
Yeah, I remember that.
But
so what you guys don't know is if you go back to the video when I came in when this watch was here, me and him talked beforehand. I was able to come in and look at the watch, but as soon as I put it back down, he was putting it in the box to ship out. So yeah, this man, I'm gonna say so far, I really like that one too. But like this one, I think is definitely worth it. This is around this under $1,000, and we're at that point now where a lot of watches are hitting at $1,000 mark and more.
Yeah,
it just depends on what you like, what you want. As far as trends concerned, I don't see the PRX going out. But you know what? I like this too. And I think people like dials right now are killing. It's like a Venturine dial on this thing. Hey, this thing is heavy too.
It is. That has some weight.
Man, this thing, yeah, boy, that thing got some weight to it. I think this is really nice. Yeah, man. I think this would be good for my man Anwar's in here for Meet and I. This is a watch that you will wear for your Meet and I awards, bro. I'm just saying. That sucker's nice. I like Diamond, the AP watches. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. And feel free, because the topic we're talking about is trends, watch trends and stuff like that. What trends you guys think are at the top of the charts, or at least for you? What's trending in your world as far as watch collecting? All right, so moving on, we have this Bulova for those of you guys that are proper. This is really, hold on, let's get a good look at this.
Yes,
man,
look at that. I mean,
that's crazy, bro.
So that is the Millships limited edition. Only 1,000 pieces are made, and it's a reissue of one of the U.S. Navy pieces. 41 millimeter case with the smaller strap, how it was originally made, 16 millimeters. And really neat piece. That little piece of paper in there, almost like a litmus piece of paper,
right,
changes color when it gets wet. So like that's your indicator whether there's moisture in that or not. It'll match the other side.
Really?
Yeah, really kind of a cool little
party trick
thing. Yeah, so a feature that no watches that I know of have. I mean,
Swiss
I
made.
might be missing some, but
that's Swiss made too. That's
Swiss made.
Sheesh.
Yeah, just a really cool.
That's crazy, man. Look at
that.
Ooh, look at the distortion. God, dog, man. That gives off like that 50 fathoms vibe for the bezel.
Military heritage with like an aged loom to it. Yeah,
I like that.
really
That's
good
nice.
piece. And then they came out with Millship's bronze pieces that are sold out right now. I have to get them back in. But yeah.
Oh, you had this in bronze too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're outstanding. Bronze and green and bronze and blue.
What's up, Randall Rob is in here. He said great display.
Hey Rob. So yeah.
And speaking of which, he got, before we get into this next one, I want to just come over. He has a new display because y'all know I normally come in here. He just set this up. This thing is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey man, we buy too many watches. He got too much money coming in, y'all. No, this thing is gorgeous, man. I like how he got this set up. Dude, this is nuts. And this is what this deserves that too, because man, I think like Bulova is one of the most slept on brands out here, man. Like historically speaking, because everybody like I'm gonna just say this on YouTube, there's always a gravitation towards your Omegas, your Rolexes, and stuff like that. Man, y'all better stop sleeping on Bulova, man. Quit playing. That's all.
I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they came to the table and said, "Hey, we have this display. Would you want it?" And I said, "Yeah." I mean, it's a little bigger than what I'd like in the store, but it's
that thing
it actually fits quite well with
that thing's nice, man. That's a nice setup.
With and a shopping shop, you know. As we consider a new location one day, and we'll have more of those.
Rob says the bronze one is cool with 18 millimeter lugs. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now take us on to what is this?
All right, so this is the Longines Conquest Heritage Year of the Snake. So last year was Year of the Dragon. This is Year of the Snake. The 2025 version is limited to 2025 pieces. And we'll probably only have access to maybe one or two of these.
Jeez.
It depends on how many sell overseas, really. And there'll be, of course, some in the States too, but gradient red dial, you don't see a lot of those. Yeah, just an outstanding 72-hour reserve.
72 hours,
and,
okay.
From their Conquest. Let me show you the back of this. It has the Chinese art on the back. Be careful here, but I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah.
But honoring the Year of the Snake.
Hold on, let's get focused. Let's get focused. There we go.
Can you see it?
That's dope. That's dope. Now, I wonder if, like, I'm pretty sure Longines has to be at Watches and Wonders. They have to be.
Yeah, I mean, that would be.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Making a mistake.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Because I don't think, who is it? Omega's never at the show. I don't think. Because I don't recall seeing Omega there last year.
Maybe they don't. I mean, I know that Swatch Group used to go to a lot more shows than they do now. But it's interesting. Even Tissot is at, Wind Up. They'll still go to some of the other shows. Well,
shoot, they got Norcane is going to be at Watches and Wonders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm like, man, I just can't see Longines not being. But even if they're not, just keep this in mind, everybody that's watching. These are watch trends that we see come and go. PRX and Tissot and company.
Yeah.
Ain't going nowhere. And I think this right here, as far as the chronograph, is phenomenal. Just my personal opinion. And I get some people don't like that.
What I don't have in yet are the new PR100, Tissot PR100 solar.
Oh, yeah.
Quartz, which is interesting a little bit that they're, diving into some of the solar pieces. But what it does do is it brings that price point down a little bit with automatics and everything, rising in price a little bit. I think a lot of these brands, you saw that with Hamilton and their quartz khaki fields.
Yes.
They're bringing down the price a little bit, getting back to the entry level price point so that people can afford them a little bit easier.
Okay.
But yeah, those are going to be popular. So I believe there are four different versions. I might be wrong on that, but we'll have all of them coming. They should be here any day now.
Okay, so based on what you've been doing this year so far, what do you see people gravitating towards? The consumer, not so much the enthusiasts, but the consumer. What have you seen them gravitating towards mostly when they come in?
Consumer, more transactional, it's pretty cookie cutter. I mean, you see a lot of the same thing, more quartz watches,
Okay.
Black, blue, stainless, like yesterday, someone came in and bought one of the PR 100 quartz versions. So yeah, and then people will still gravitate towards the PRX, the Gentleman, the Khaki Field, the Murph. Even sometimes, the Murph is now so popular. Even people who aren't necessarily huge into watches are starting to know about it. The new Tissot 37 millimeter Ciosos, those are popular.
Really?
So,
Okay.
and I think I only have this pink one in right now. Unless I was Simca Blue, it might be in the back, but anyway.
You got a pink dial.
Yeah.
Crap.
There's a green that we're getting replenished. There is a dark blue, or a light blue, glacier ice blue. And
I like that.
37. It'll appeal to, as that trend continues to kind of.
That's a 37. That's still, that does,
smaller.
that plays bigger than a 37.
It does. Yeah, it's almost hard to.
That's crazy. That doesn't look, sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, I'm looking at it. It doesn't, it looks like the traditional 40 millimeter or maybe even a 38, but that's nice, man. So, that's a trend though. I seen that thing is going crazy. Yep. I see, I actually see these in the wild. I see people wearing these in the wild. So that definitely had like Citizen, like they nailed it.
Yeah.
they absolutely nailed it on that one. The new Citizen BN1024 is going to be a hit 100%. Okay, so question for you, Jake. What are the women gravitating towards as far as watches?
It's interesting. Women have this wide range of case sizes, they can choose from. Men do too, but you'll see women still gravitating towards the traditional vintage, watches, some that are, 25 millimeters and below, 24 below. And then they can get away with wearing some 38s.
Really?
There's some ladies that buy the 38 millimeter Conquest, Longines Conquest.
Really?
While some buy the mini Dolce Vita. It just, it's kind of all across the board. I've often said that ladies, they will oftentimes buy based on just the appearance. So that's why like department store brands, like your Olivia Burtons and things that are, straight up fashion, they'll still sell. But when ladies start to, and then it's a mix between quartz and automatic when ladies come in. Yeah, I found that when they come in with their significant others, their husbands or boyfriends that are watch nuts, the guys will often push them to buy automatics, but the ladies really don't care. And oftentimes it comes down to the thickness of the watch. So they'll go towards quartz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you.
Yep.
Seiko.
Yes.
Is the Pogue still a number one hit here, or is it again across the board?
Pogue is still popular. It's not, like quite as popular, of course, because it's been out for a while now. But yeah, it's still popular. Luckily, there's plenty of stock. Those were pretty slow to come in too last year. The 40 millimeter Prospects divers, those are still a hit. And then of course the Alpinists, they're always going to be popular. We'll know more about the new Seiko releases here in another, I'll be able to place orders in another month or so.
Another month? Okay.
Early April.
So I imagine the Seiko 5 is still hitting, because I see people, I see a number of people online still talking about those.
Oh yeah.
But your divers, are those still widely popular?
Still popular.
I gotta get one of those.
Summer, like this is one of the traditional samurais that are still selling and they're still available. But there's going to be some changes, I think, this year, even more. Like I know, keep an eye on the Alpinist collection, with potential upgrades. And
okay.
Yeah, I'll have more to report there probably another 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, you dropped that in there, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
That's like a pine needle from Christmas.
Yeah. Which that Christmas setup was crazy.
Yeah. Let's see what else. The 25 millimeter PRXs. Again, I think you were.
Yeah, I was in here. You know what's crazy was I was in here, and you had a group of people in here that gravitated towards that, and that's these right here, man. These things.
Yeah, those 35s. I mean,
those are really nice.
They're a little big sometimes for ladies, but these kind of fit the bill a little bit more. They still have a thicker look, wider look because of that integrated bracelet, but it's only 25 millimeter.
And what's the price on that?
$315.
$315. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a rose PVD that is probably the best seller, and then the stainless steel versions in light blue and mother of pearl.
Oh, what was the other one? Let me grab it real quick. I just saw this. Rob was talking about this piece on this morning. He released it.
Yeah, titanium.
And this is wild, man. I'm gonna tell you this. While you guys are finding your design language, or if you know your design language, this is like the epitome of tool watch. Look at the knurling on that freaking crown. This watch, like when I was looking at the video this morning, right? The first thing I thought about was training. Like I was in the Army and I would train. This is something that I would love to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know, like, I always set my time to the different courses that we had to go through and stuff. Like, and then I used to set my alarms. Like, I got to do my push-ups and this, because I used to do training in between.
Yeah.
And one of the pieces of advice I got before I went to Iraq was like, hey, bro, you want to be physically fit to get there because you may be in the mountains, and dude, that's a lot of marching. So yeah, this would have did me well.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I'd have definitely gravitated to something like this. I still like these type of watches.
Yeah,
don't sleep on quartz, man. This is crazy.
Citizen has the new 40 millimeter Navions too.
Yeah.
Navions.
Navy hard. Don't be celebrating Navy, bro.
I changed it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so those will be popular too. Still legible. Even with all of the features on it, and there are 3 versions there that are.
I still think these right here still legit. And the crazy thing, man, this is still that wine color. That thing is beautiful. I know sometimes it's so easy to forget about those watches because we're always looking at the newest. But I'm like, yo, bruh.
In there, yeah.
So I'm looking at, let me ask you this. Of all what you just showed, just in this lineup right here, what's your pick? What's your pick of the day? Authorized dealer pick.
Pick of the day is going to be, see, this is so unique. How do you not take that?
Okay.
Limited 2025 year of the snake Longines. But I would say this right here, Valjoux movement, just a really good looking timepiece, perfectly proportioned. That one's outstanding. But, of course, these just based on popularity, I love them because of the buzz and that Chrome balance spring. Just a really buzzworthy piece there.
So this is hidden. I like that.
Yeah.
And then it's rare. But I'm so one track mind right now. I'm thinking like if I had to pick any watch in here to say, hey man, you should go out and get this, man. Chronographs is, I guess I could say that was my first love before I started getting to just 300. So, but I'm gonna have to go with this one.
Yeah.
This would be my pick. Like if it was a one and done, it'd be this.
Yeah.
And we did this. This is a like an everyday. This is an action piece. This is a reward piece. This is one you can pass down.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that's it right there, boy. That's me. That's just me.
Yeah, it has a little value to it. Under two grand. Yeah.
Luciano said the red one stands out. Yeah, this one.
The red one. I love that they released a red dial.
Oh, that thing will pop too.
Yeah.
So all my people that's into fashion, I know y'all gonna gravitate to that, man. People that's ready, y'all pulling y'all little shoes out and stuff like that, your gators, dressing up, you know what I'm saying? I still like this one too, though.
Yeah.
That pink one, that'll pull some stuff out too.
Yeah, I'm sure some metal wear that. Yeah,
I'll wear it. I'd wear that because it doesn't play like a 37. Like, I guess maybe, but that's nice, man. They call that the PRX killer.
Yeah.
But I say, man, look, I'm gonna be greedy. Get both, get that and the PRX.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're different enough.
Yep. If you were gonna get it, I say get this one and this one right here. Boom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Trap, that's the one you're buying me. What is you talking? Hold up, bro. Hold on. I ain't even been on camera, bro. What is you talking about, sir? Jay Jones, what are you talking about?
Here, this one's cool. You'll love this.
Ooh.
Air Glacier. Khaki Pilot.
Look at the case.
Yeah, this is they went all out here.
Dang. Whoa.
Yeah. Hopefully it's in here. Yeah.
Whoa. Hold up, bro.
It's a rescue entity out in Switzerland.
Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Let's watch. This is sweet. Comes with the extra strap tool.
Wait a minute. The presentation is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, what is this going to set us back? How much is this going to set us back?
So this is $13.95.
$13.95. Okay.
And
for Hamilton, $13.95. That's the going to today's $1,300 or $1,500 watch is yesterday's $700 watch. So I'm just saying, hey man, the presentation is everything, man. I like that, man. Yep. Say special edition, khaki Pilot Air Glacier. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, I was just talking about some watches on the way up here that I think are slept on.
Okay.
Some watches that are slept on as far as Hamilton is concerned, man. Like their dive watches, I think are widely slept on. And the chronographs. You don't really hear much about the chronographs.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised on that. They do have that new Jazzmaster Performer chrono, in addition to what they released last year. I mean, these are fantastic.
I think like widely slept on, man. I think that right there. And this, I mean, it just shows up a different, it's almost like a purple hue on camera, but it's actually blue. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. He said, I'll take it. Any Tudor or Rolex. No Tudor or Rolex in here.
They stand out too. And they have a little flash to them.
Yeah. That is a beautiful watch. But again, I gravitate to like.
Yeah, it looks just so clean.
This is super clean, man. That blue Panda. Yeah. No, so he has Longines. He has Hamilton, Tissot, Bulova, Seiko, and behind this is Citizen.
Yep. And then Flutterman.
Oh, yes, and Flutterman.
And Garmin, but we're kind of more of a...
So this is well, I'll tell you what. You have your micro brands, you have independents, man. This is considered to be Indiana's brand right here. This is an Indiana base, as you see right there. And no, it is built in Indiana. It's not 100% American-made watch. It's just built here. Like the parts come from, like he'll have to tell you all the parts come from. I'm not going to act like I know all his parts, where he ordered from. But I know he does have a Swiss-made movement in his watches. In some of, no, let me see. I think the Münchner has a Swiss-made. And the Hanoverian is Miyota based, and then the Ironhide is
Seiko, I think.
NX35. Yep. So he has purchased his movements from different spots. Don't know where he get his crystals from, the straps. I don't know none of that, but I know where it's built at because I seen it.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to argue the fact with me when I first debuted that on my channel. They said, man, that was made in Japan. I was like, I saw where it was built. The movements, yeah. Like, for the iron height, the movements and stuff, yeah, you got that 100%. But it was like, it's not built. And then they referred back to, what was the one that got their hand slapped? Shinola.
Oh, yeah.
I said, bro, I literally saw them putting these watches together. So it's assembled. It's assembled in Indiana.
Yeah, not made in Indiana, not made in the US.
Yeah, it's assembled. You know what I'm saying? It ain't made.
It's designed here, again, local Indiana connection and USA.
No, you want to see he wants to see the Hamilton Ventura. Yeah. Hey, from the nation's capital. Any PRX? Yes, we do. I can show you in a second.
So yeah, Hamilton Ventura.
There we go.
This is kind of the original, the
look at
original
that.
Elvis watch. One of the first, if not the first, electronic watches.
Hamilton got that. Yeah. Yep. And this watch was featured in one of the most popular movies ever.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. He said, oof. Yes, there are PRX. So we have, if you just get in here, this is a new colorway for the PRX. This red.
Just arrived today.
Just arrived
today. The 40 millimeter will show up shortly after.
And then you have the PRX Carbon, which is wildly popular. Shoot, I might have to put one of these in my collection, man. God, dog.
Rumor has it that they will end up making a carbon bracelet as well.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Man, that's crazy.
Months down the road.
How much is which one? So this one is $995. This PRX is
$395.
$395 for that. And how much is the Ventura?
Ventura, let me see after we haven't had any price changes, but last year there were like three of them. $845.
$845 for the Ventura. Hey, man, and listen, if y'all in here right now, man, I got the link to, go over there, holler at Jake, be like, hey, man, I was over here, and you might just get a little, you know what I'm saying, a little discount, a little something. He might throw a little something because you watch it, but you have to talk to him, man. Like, this is one thing I will say, this is one of my favorite ADs, and as far as Indiana's concerned, I rock with Indiana heavy. Y'all know I represent where I stay, and granted, I am from Chicago, y'all know that, but this is where I'm living at. So I rep local. That's why I'm always talk about Flitterman. I always talk about Visitor. I go to and then tonight I'm doing the pre Watches and Wonders show at Moyers. They got it. Yeah. So that's starting around 5. So you guys will see that. I'll drop a link for that, or not link, but thumbnail for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's up,
Taylor?
man?
Good day.
Good today, man.
All right. I'll check in tomorrow.
Hey, thanks so much.
Hey, have a good one.
You too.
And the price is good. Yeah, the prices, man. His prices are pretty good, man. Longines section is always a smash. It's always a hit. And you can actually shop ahead. Because I know some people are getting ready for Watches and Wonders. And here's a fact about Watches and Wonders. It is great to look at Watches and Wonders as a whole, looking at what's coming out, listening to the presentations, watching it and stuff like that. But some of these watches aren't obtainable for some price-wise. In this situation, you'll be able to purchase something. So you may have seen something in here. And if you don't see something in here, sometimes Jake had what you
get it. Nothing new.
Oh, okay. I got excited. I saw he started pulling.
There was an empty spot.
He started pulling boxes out. Hey, bro, I was about to get back. Like, what you got? Man, I need that TV 3D discount code. Hey, hit Jake.
Trapvision 3D or
it's Trifecta 3D. Trifecta 3D.
Put it in and see. I don't even remember what the exact discount is right now.
Yeah, Trifecta 3D. Put that in all one, boop, straight across. Yep. So in that, And you listen, we got to thank him for that because he is an authorized dealer. He doesn't have to give discounts, and we understand that money is tight right now, boy. The economy.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a Longines book.
Pulling back a little bit on some of those deals. So yeah, I'm keeping, certain relationships, those deals intact.
Right. And if you were here, you got a chance to hear what's going on. He said, hey, Dave D said he in the chat, I need that watch box. The other thing too, watch winders. You say you're going to start.
Oh, yeah, I have one that's kind of an ostrich. I'll go grab it real quick.
Okay. He has a single watch winder.
I'm trying to find a good distributor to partner with or a manufacturer, depending on who I find, whether it's straight from or a distributor. But
I'm ignoring. Somebody asked me a question in the chat, and I'm ignoring it. I'm not thinking about the learning professional. I am not. Oh, Saturday morning. I haven't put this thumbnail out yet. Saturday morning, you, me, and Skylar Santana will be talking watches and wonders. Wonder why collectors are collecting what they are. And I know this week is all about the AliExpress sale. People are diving in. People are raving about it. Some people are hating about it. And some people, it's a lot of stuff. And I think this is worth the conversation. So we'll be talking, me and him get together. We talking. We watch talking, bro. So, oh man, hold on. Let's take a look at this thing.
Just a watch, simple watch winder, but we'll start carrying more and more.
There's nothing simple coming out of Trifecta, boy. Look at this. Premium. Look at that. Mm. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, I dig that. I like that right there, man.
I sometimes, like for me, I only have a couple watches on winders. Those are the ones that are hard to set, or take a while. Otherwise, I just keep the rest in a watch box. Mm-hmm. But it is nice if you have something you don't want to set, maybe as a shorter reserve, put it in a watch winder.
He said, bro, I got a wrench. I'll spam you. I can't stand this guy. Man, this is what I got on. So this isn't on the website.
No.
So,
but if somebody called me, it's like I regularly just put things online. Mm-hmm. If something like a special orders. Now it burned me a couple times because I put some special bracelets or straps on, and then I didn't have stock, and somebody else bought it. I didn't take them down. But hey, check this out though. Oh. If you buy a Bulova mill ships, this is pretty sweet. You get a Wolf winder.
Whoa!
So Wolf has a great reputation in this accessory world with these watch winders that they make. And nice little presentation here. Oh, geez, this is like Christmas here. I'll open it up. But Bulova branded.
Oh my goodness!
And Wolf. So
that's dope.
Yep, and that's free with mill ship purchase.
So if you buy this,
yep,
you get this
of the bronze that are online or the traditional mill ships.
So the mill ship will get you Bulova, man.
And actually, probably supposed to be the bronze or this, but I tell you what, if somebody uses that code, I'll send them a Wolf winder if they buy any of the mill ships that are online. Okay.
He said, "Wow, what a great deal! That was Random Rob."
Yeah.
Is that even with the bronze one? Yes. Yes, the bronze one. Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the limited.
What are your thoughts on carrying micro brand stock? What are your thoughts on just carrying micro brand stock?
Well, I'd even Rob and I even went back and forth a little bit. I was just talking with him about additional brands, and I love going to those watch shows, even though I know they're not necessarily brands that I can, that I can have in the store. Mm-hmm. but I still enjoy going because I like them and it's good to know what's out. But yeah, if a micro brand started distributing it, I would entertain certain ones.
Okay.
Especially like, when you
Rob said, "Don't do it." Oh my gosh, I'm weak. I gotta sit down.
It would be like 6 pieces.
He said, "Don't do it."
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Hey man, I have to agree. I mean, because I think if it's not like Formex, Christopher Ward,
name, both of those.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Christopher Ward they're not really. It's hard to call it a micro brand. But.
They're not, but it's independent, but the thing about it is that is a slippery slope because what if it fails? What if they just go away?
I wouldn't put any big money into it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like any money.
Yeah.
Like that's a chance that, I'm like, I love and guess what, y'all? Hold on. Let me just say this.
Special order style.
You're not
gonna get stock from them anyway.
No.
Much stock.
I love micro brands. Y'all know that. I rock with micro brands, but let's keep it 100, man. Yeah.
It's hard.
Stick to what you know.
Even, the Flutterman and, if I carry Visitor at some point, just to show that support.
Right.
Or Kokomo,
Yeah.
The business isn't going to run off that.
What the thing too
it would just
is
be something that I would offer.
That is such a local because Kokomo didn't advertise the first.
Yeah.
They didn't advertise that on social media like that. All their sales they sold out based off of regular customers coming in and just checking it out. So that's when, because I think I'm probably the only one on YouTube that actually showed the first. Nobody, I haven't seen anybody.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Because it's not going to, because think about it.
Eventually more people will start to.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know, man. Like the watch market is so crazy and fickle.
Oh yeah. If you open it up to the wolves and start to critique.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're not, that's a hard sell.
Get Doxa,
everybody else's movements and stuff.
Tag, Shinola, Breitling, or so many other first. Yet, you know what? Doxa would be.
Yeah.
I would say Doxa over Ball.
The tough thing so we're in Lafayette, Indiana, West Lafayette, where Purdue is. It's a wonderful city in between Chicago and Indy, but some of those larger brands, because we're sandwiched between those two cities, they don't want to add another door.
Right.
Now, I could make the argument for the online aspect of it probably for some of the brands, but then margins are worse usually, and it's still even a tough sell. So I'm always looking, but so far, it's tough to find that next one where I put a lot of pride and investment into it.
All right.
Now. Smaller, lower priced brands, not smaller, but lower priced brands like G-Shock.
Mm-hmm.
I could get into that. And I thought about it a number of times, in fact, all the time, but it's the anti-digi side of it that I
wonder
I
what
don't always love, setting
having to set
service of them.
Yeah.
You always got to send them and then you have calls, it's going to take a month. Where is my watch? Those are never fun to always be chasing them down.
You got a question in here that I'm gonna comment something Rob said. What's your personal brand of choice and why? What's your personal brand? Like what you like, your personal, like what you like personally?
I love Cartier and Omega. For slightly higher watches that are still, in reach for most, in reach for a lot of watch enthusiasts.
Right,
That's what you spend your money on. I love those brands. And I love Tissot for if you want to, build a collection and you don't want to spend a ton, you can get multiple pieces without completely breaking the bank.
Yeah.
And they're always coming out with something new. PRX or not. Even those PR516s have been a popular in the 1938s. Yeah, I'd say those.
Those, okay.
Longines.
Okay, Longines.
I'm partial to these brands, and I think a lot of people are the ones that I carry. Longines. But yeah, I would probably say, it's hard to, like a Cartier Santos, I know it's loved by many. And then Omega. I don't have one brand though.
Okay.
I'm not like a Rolex guy.
Okay.
I don't love Rolex. I don't love Patek or AP. I like their watches, but I would never say like, yeah, that's my brand.
Yeah. Okay. No, as far as Patek, the one that stands out to me is I think it's a 2018 version actually. I think this. Yeah, 2018 version, the annual calendar gray with the gray leather, the crocodile leather. I love that watch. It's like $40,000 pre-owned. I don't even know how much it was when it was first coming out, but yeah, I love that watch.
Yeah, so I can't say have a strong answer on that one.
Okay, Love and Live show.
I have a large collection, and they're not ruled by one brand.
Okay, so I want to get into this real quick. Love and Live show. Thank you for being here. Rob, what were you saying? Okay. Rob, what do you think about G-Shocks, bro? What do you think about G-Shocks?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think about G-Shocks? And then also, he asked, do you own any micro brands?
Just Kokomo.
Okay, so he does.
Just the ones that I've been
Indiana based. Yep.
Yeah.
And Luciano, I'll tell you from this perspective. Invicta, it's not a thing of the past because you have to keep this in mind. Invicta is no longer the company that we knew of that it was. They're into racing. They're a race team now. Like AL bought that race team. And as far as what people known Invicta to be, now there's always been an argument of they're too big, they're too gaudy. They are Swiss made. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of negatives that go around it, but the community of Invicta Embrace actually created that buzz. And that part of Invicta is completely dead. There are Facebook groups that are keeping that Invicta vibe alive. And you'll hear me talk about it from time to time. I spent 4.5, I'm gonna say 5 of my 6 years on YouTube talking about Invicta, 4 years giving them high praise. But it was towards the end where I started seeing the shortcuts and seeing all the things that were said online. I was like, yeah, these people, they see it, even though you can't put a price tag on the experience or the overall experience, because I won't trade that. I absolutely love what we've accomplished as Invicta collectors. And I mean, getting to know each other, getting out to these cruises, getting out to these events. And they did offer some watches that were well worth their money, man. It actually punched above its weight. But now there are a lot of shortcuts. There are a lot of cheaper, you thought it was cheap before. It's a lot of cheaper shortcuts. Some of their old models have quartz movements. They just didn't, they had an opportunity of using the ETA movements in the Valjus and stuff like that, even some Solita 500s, and they put them in some crazy designs where me personally, as a fan, and I'm not the only one that said this, is multiple people said this, they should have put them in some of their older models like the Lupa, go back, revisit the Pro Diver, the 1953, which is highly praised across the board. Even people that hate Invicta praised the 1953. That didn't receive an upgrade. So as far as like that Invicta experience, oh yeah, that's done. There's no coming back from that. If they do, man, it's God's will. I know that's a mouthful, but yeah. G-Shocks is the easiest choice if the margins are there. If not, then stay away from. Mm-hmm. All right. Honestly, at this point, that's Rob.
Rob.
Yep. It would make more sense to focus on building a solid pre-owned section that will complement what you are offering. Yeah.
Right. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
That would probably.
Yeah.
Be the pre-owned section.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been diving in a little bit. This isn't a great example because it's not a watch that you really care about in a pre-owned section, but I do have a Moon's watch. Mission Moon. I bought yesterday. So
Okay.
I've been buying stuff. But
Okay.
it's not. So I guess if somebody's looking for something, they can contact me. I might have something. Like, for example, I'm hunting down a Rolex right now for someone, but again, I don't want to get too, I don't know. Rolex especially is just volatile. It's, everybody wants the top price, the secondary market as well, obviously being above, you can't get a new, it's like, it's a world I don't really care to be in.
Okay, yeah.
But Omega, all the other brands, like, if there's something I'll get, like I'm getting a strap for somebody, a tax strap,
Okay.
So yeah, diving in a little bit. I'd love to,
Well, I know Rob's around in so many like situations, man.
yeah.
Let's see. He said, honestly, at this point, it will make sense to focus on building a solid pre-owned section. Also, allows current customers to trade in up and stay in house.
Yep. So
That would be dope.
I'll do that all day with, like, so for example, over the next few days, my pre-owned section on the website there'll be multiple pre-owned pieces, but usually those are trades or returns
Right.
that I can't sell new again. And I have them sitting on a bunch. So I'll release those the next few days. I'll text you when I do that.
Okay. Yeah, because doggone it, you had that that Longines Hydro Conquest, man. I missed out on that one.
So I just put a Hydro Conquest Longines online today, just like an hour before you got here. It's on the site right now. That was a trade. So like I'll do anything with the brands I carry, even if they didn't buy it from me, because of the familiarity of it. I know, I know what I'm going to get for them. Usually, I know if I can replace them, if they're, if there's somebody else that wants one. So yeah.
Skylar said he would love to review one of your watches one day, watch brands one day. Someone bought them out on Moron. What? Some moron was appointed as the head of driving it to the ground. Oh, okay. You talking about you talking about Invicta. Yeah, bro. It is. I mean, you know what? I talk from a place of just because I was so embedded with Invicta, man, and I did get pissed off with a lot of stuff that was done, and even more pissed off with the comments that was made behind the scenes, and I don't hide from that, and again, granted, I know that he's a millionaire and he's made moves and stuff like that, but as one of his customers, one of the fans of the brand, I do have a right to my opinion on the matter, and I saw just how impactful Invicta was, and it didn't matter what the rest of the world, what the watch communities were saying about the brand. We stood by that thing near and dear to our hearts. And shoot, if the man that is creating the brand or creating the buzz or like at least steering the ship shows no concern, like what the heck? Who am I? I'm getting out the way because this watch is to be had, bro. This watch is there's a hype, man. Hold up, like look at this, man. Back there, lunar pilots and stuff like that. You got a lot of heat up here for the ladies. And then, of course, you got the beloved Seiko, which Invicta watches is housed with the movement. And I remember seeing all of the comments between Seiko fanboys and Invicta collectors, man. I thought that was wild. That was a wild thing. But yeah, they ran it. They did pretty much run it to the ground. Pretty much. What is your best advice on creating a watch YouTube channel? My best advice? And it's going to depend on the individual, man. I would say if you have a passion and love for it, I would just say start, with just if you got the content, if you got the watches, even if you don't have the watch. That's the crazy thing. You don't have to have the watches in hand. Your first 100 videos are going to be a challenge, but as long as you loving what you're doing, man, that's all I can say, really, man. There's so many YouTube channels. There's a YouTube channel or YouTubers are born just like micro brands, right? Some do better than others, but you do provide a service to people, man, because people like to hear from different perspectives and stuff like that. So I would say if that's something that you're thinking about doing, man, I would say go for it. Get you a decent headset, decent camera, and then just go from there. Now, everybody's not gonna be like your boy, man, dude. It's a guy named Tyree, wrist unwound. I'm calling him the Timex guru of YouTube. This guy, his setup for YouTube is ridiculous. He got, I think, like 3 or 4 cameras. He has a remote on his phone where he can switch between the angles. And man, the dude, his setup got to be like, man, it's better than Paramount, bro. Like, this dude is movie level quality equipment. And he's just doing YouTube. And somebody commented, they said, man, this dude got a $50,000 setup to talk about $50 watches. And I was like, well, I mean, for the most part, I know Timexes are relatively cheap for their quartz, but like he got some heavy hitters in his collection. Start a channel network with other channels. It's a great way to get deeper into the hobby. I promise it is. Yeah, that is great advice, man. Networking. And if you can get out to those events, man, go. And you don't necessarily have to grab every aspect of a watch fair. You can just do like it's so much energy. It's so much to a watch fair, man. And you're not gonna be able to do it all by yourself, because if you love watches, you're gonna be so distracted. It's so hard, man. That's why, like I had mentioned before, and I know Rob did that VIP for the DC show. I will highly recommend doing the VIP, or if there's a time for you to get in before everybody else, that way you can film and then you can go in and enjoy. I promise, man. That's my best advice. Even if you're not a YouTuber, or if you're not, don't aspire to be one. I would say try to get there just so you can do a quick walkthrough, look, take the pictures that you need, and then come in, because it's the conversations with those in those watch fairs. Wind up, minutes and hours, intersect, the Philly trade show, wind up. I think I said wind up already. They even had one that I just looked at, their British watch show, which I would love to go to that, man. I think that'd be the move, man. Going overseas. Oh, hey, Jake, we need to do a road trip. Well, that's not a road trip. We need to do a flight over to overseas next year. We need to do a flight, bro. Yeah. Either Watches and Wonders or that British thing. That British show was crazy. I saw it, man. I saw like 2 different people filming it. What's up, Nerd with Swag? Watch 60. I have a video coming out this week exactly on that topic. Ooh, all right. Tune in to Skylar Santana. Wrist Unwound did a video on that too. Which, you know what I'm saying, if you watch this, man, shout out. I appreciate you acknowledging the fact. But we're all, listen, I enjoy doing this, man. I love coming out doing this stuff. So it's no skin off my nose to shout the channel out and stuff like that, or just refer people back. Going to the Philly show in September. Nerd with Swag, you know what? September. I don't know the dates on it. If I can make it, I'm gonna go too. I'm gonna go out there too. I don't know if Love and Live is still in here. Love and Live, you had asked me a question. First time watches. Now I'm gonna tell you this. This week alone, if you're watching YouTube and you just type in watches or watch reviews or what's the most popular watches, you may get the AliExpress sales. AliExpress are reasonably inexpensive watches, and they're going to have the designs of some of your favorite timepieces, hands down.
Don't do it.
Your Omegas and stuff like that. So if that, hey, he said don't do it. I bought one and I got to sit by my back, bro. Like that thing, like, not saying it's not a good watch for some people, but like it didn't work for me. It failed. Yes, if you look at my live yesterday, it failed me. You'll see that. You'll see more. You'll see Rolex. You'll see Omega and stuff like that. But then you'll get that sticker shock with some of these watches. So that's another reason why I come here, because from here you have, like I said, hold on. I don't know what's the most inexpensive. You have some inexpensive pieces in here. Seiko, can't go wrong with it. And the worst that you'll hear about a Seiko is misaligned bezels and stuff like that. But guess what? That is a part of the characteristic of the watch, and people accept it because of Seiko. Over yonder, yes, right. Over yonder is Citizen, Tissot, which I think hands down. Oh, we ain't doing no wrist check today. I'm wearing what I had on yesterday. I didn't change up. I got it. What you got on the wrist, bro?
You know, I think I had this on one of your other videos. Thin line,
Ooh.
that Tissot.
Yep. So we got Hamilton over there, and then my favorite luxury brand is Longines. Absolute favorite. So going to Philly show in September. I'm gonna try to make that too. Hope you can make Philly, Trap. I'll probably be there. Yeah, I think I gotta go, man. Because Philly's like an 8-hour drive for me. Man, I don't care. Y'all know I'll pull up. The watch you have on is nice. Yeah, this is so I was gonna talk like me and Skylar talk a little bit more about this Saturday, but here's a thought for you guys. While you're collecting watches, you have watches in your collection or possibly thinking about a watch that you want to get. Is that before you buy it, or if you own it, would you ever get rid of it? Is that a mainstay? Is that like think about your top 10 watches? And this is what I was talking to Hayo Silver about right before the live is there. I went through my collection. There are some watches that I won't get rid of and I'm willing to repair once it comes down to the servicing and stuff. There are some watches in my collection. When they go out, they will be bracelets. I just want, because they were purchased for reasons that because of height, reasons because of inclusion, and now that once the dust has settled, I don't care for the watch. I would sell it at this point. I would get rid of it. But I do have watches that when it comes down to servicing, this is one. This will be passed down to my children and grandchildren, whoever in my family. That's a so. I absolutely refuse to get rid of it. My Hamilton Pilot's timepiece, absolutely refuse to get rid of it, and I will pay for the service. I have a number of other watches. I got some micro brands that I won't get rid of. And then I have some watches that I am going to get that add to my collection that absolutely not. One is I'm getting that Glycine Combat Sub, that 39 millimeter, the new one that just released. I think not December. They advertised it in December, and I believe it came out in January. I could be wrong, but yeah, the newest sub that there's 3 colorways. Silver, like greenish. I can't remember the other one. I don't know if it's black or not, but yeah, that's a brand that nobody gets a chance to get. And Invicta's not advertising Longines, not Longines, but Glycine the way they used to, which I think is a good thing. The way Glycine is advertising on Instagram, perfect. And then they got other people talking about it, absolutely perfect. Trap, I'm waiting for you to give me a watch. My collection is getting old. I can't give you a watch, bro. You got all the watches. Man, this dude bought like 1,000 watches last year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Jay Jones, man. He bought 1,000 watches last year, man. I can't mess with you, bro. Your collection sitting on 455,962 watches right now as we speak. So I can't give you a watch. You already got it in your collection, bro. Oh, be cool to meet you too, Swag. Damn, man, I want to meet some of y'all, man. I'm going to the show out in Chicago, Minutes and Hours. That's the next major thing. For those that just got here tonight, I'll be doing a pre-Watches and Wonders show at Moria Jewelers. All Indiana based, man. Y'all know I'm driving. I'm traveling today through Indiana. You got to represent the Indiana brands. And keep in mind, I left a link to the description here, Trifecta, man. Shout out to my man Beamer, because Beamer's been buying from here, man. Like, yo, appreciate you, man. Like, I put the word out. You can buy it. I greatly appreciate that. So, all right. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm going to get up off of here. I've been on for an hour. So, yeah, it's time to go. And I know you guys are getting back to lunch and stuff like that, or maybe you got an extended lunch break. Yes, I will be going live there. I'll be going live there. I'll drop that. Yeah, I'll drop the link at some point in the next hour. But I'm about to enjoy looking at some watches and talking to Jake about watches and life. So, Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. You guys are so supportive. You guys are amazing. I'm not going to lunch. Of course, you retired. That's my goodness. Hey, watch 6 though. Hey, bro, hit me up on Instagram. Send me a private message, man. We can talk a little further. If you like, have no problem. Anybody got any questions of me? Watch Love and Live. Hit me up on Instagram. Let's have a conversation. I want to help you out with the question that you asked me about the next watch and stuff like that. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the support, man. Yeah, everyone be safe. Peace all, man. Y'all be blessed, man.
Thank you all.
All right.